The true premium Pixel phone that so many of us have been dreaming about for the past 5 years is finally here, or at least it will be in a few months. Recently we've been seeing the first reliable leaks on the upcoming Google Pixel 6 Pro. If they're right, and the best information I have suggests that they are, then this phone could be something very special indeed. Take a sec to subscribe so you don't miss future videos, and we'll jump right in. The Pixel series started with a simple premise: the best of Google in a phone. But Google's journey from Pixel 1 through Pixel 5 has been anything but smooth. Each of the first 4 iterations of Pixel flagship was undone by basic hardware oversights. Whether it was the Pixel 2 XL and its lackluster screen, or the Pixel 4 with its famously terrible battery life, there was always something holding these Pixel flagships back. So the Pixel 5 was a break from that norm. Cheaper, with killer battery life, and a camera that remained competitive at its aggressive price point. Despite the less powerful CPU, the Pixel 5 is the best Pixel yet, but still not the true premium Pixel flagship that a lot of enthusiasts were hoping for. And with Google having apparently pivoted away from traditional flagship phones in 2020, many of us were left wondering what's next for the Pixel brand, and now it seems we have the answer. The Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro were first leaked by YouTuber Jon Prosser, before OnLeaks and Digit gave us a clearer look at Google's upcoming flagships. There's a lot to unpack, especially with the 6 Pro, but all of the details point to a high-end phone likely accompanied by an equally high-end price tag. The Pixel 6 Pro's design screams premium, a refreshingly punchy aesthetic after what was an incredibly dull year of Pixel hardware in 2020. OnLeaks, who has an excellent track record with CAD leaks of upcoming phones, reveals a Pixel 6 Pro with a curved display and bezels as slim as a Galaxy S21 Ultra. With a 6.67-inch screen diagonal, the Pixel 6 Pro lands comfortably within big phone territory, making it the first large-screen Pixel phone in 2 years. We're also reliably informed that the Pixel 6 Pro will sport a 120Hz display, also the fastest in any Pixel to date. Stereo speakers are also reportedly present, meaning the dual-tone paint job isn't the only Pixel 2 XL throwback to feature in this new model. If you're like me though, the main attraction of the Pixel 6 Pro will be its camera setup. The Pixel's rear main camera has seen only minor upgrades since the days of the Pixel 2, and so is long overdue a major overhaul. As you'll know if you listened to the Android Central podcast recently, I understand that's exactly what is coming to the Pixel 6 Pro, a major overhaul of the camera. And the OnLeaks renders confirm that with what seems to be a much larger main sensor, an ultra-wide, and what appears to be a periscope telephoto unit. We can also independently confirm the camera specs leaked out by Max Weinbach in recent days. The Pixel 6 Pro will indeed feature a 50-megapixel main camera plus ultra-wide and a 5x telephoto unit. The first couple generations of Pixel cameras were years ahead of their time in terms of computational photography, but the competition has gotten better at fancy AI photo processing quicker than Google has been able to catch up in terms of camera hardware. The Pixel 6 Pro looks set to combine Google's legendary post-processing with its biggest hardware upgrade ever, and the results, especially for that main camera and telephoto, could be something very special indeed. At the center of the most googly Google phone to date will be the firm's new GS101 processor, also known by the codename Whitechapel. It'll reportedly use 2 ARM Cortex-A78 cores, 2 A76 cores, and 4 A55 cores, and that could put it behind the Snapdragon 888 in terms of raw horsepower, especially in single-threaded tasks, but the GS101 doesn't need to score top marks in synthetic benchmarks to power the most premium Pixel yet. The GS101 could actually save power by passing on the power-hungry Cortex-X1 cores used in Qualcomm and Samsung's latest chips and make up the difference with superior AI performance. Google has dabbled in custom chips for its Pixels in the past, with its Pixel Visual Core, Pixel Neural Core, and Titan M security chip, and XDA's Michelle Rathman reports that a dedicated TPU will indeed be coming to the GS101, which will likely be a distant descendant of that old Pixel Neural Core. In short, even without trailblazing single-core performance, the GS101 could enable faster AI features that simply aren't possible on rival Android phones, and thanks to a leaner CPU cluster, it could do that while also saving power compared to high-end Snapdragons. Pair that with what we understand to be a battery capacity to match the likes of the Galaxy S21 Ultra, and you could have a big screen phone with battery life to match the Pixel 5. It's also important to note that, with Qualcomm out of the picture, Google would have almost full control over how long it wants to support the Pixel 6 series in future. At the very least, we'd expect Google to match the 4 years of security updates now promised by Samsung, and using the GS101 could allow for a much longer support lifespan, perhaps even matching some iPhone models. As for the regular Pixel 6, based on render leaks, it's already clear that some of the Pro's features will have to be cut, as evidenced by the dual camera here and flat 6.4-inch display, changes likely made to meet a lower price point. How much of the rest of the Pro experience will be cut remains to be seen, but with the Pixel 5a occupying that much more affordable price point in some countries this year, there is space for even the vanilla Pixel 6 to be a comfortably high-end phone. Nevertheless, a true Google flagship phone is something Android nerds have been craving since the early days of Nexus devices, and with the Pixel 6 Pro, that elusive combination of pure Android, fast updates, top-end specs, and an industry-leading camera could finally be here. We'll find out for sure when the Pixel 6 and Pixel 6 Pro land this fall. In the meantime, hit the comments and let us know what you want to see from Google's 2021 Pixels. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.